Yo, what's up, guys? Day before the election. I'm just ready for this to be over.
Right?
I agree. The markets will not make a decision at all.
I
They
don't want
have
to make a
yet to
decision.
decide.
Bro, you should just come down and vote. They're not even checking ID anymore.
Right?
It's too late.
I thought I was gonna say it's up to you guys to make a decision. I'm not making any
Nah, you gotta
decision.
vote. You gotta vote. I'll give you
But
my
yeah, I
vote.
guess I don't. I could
Just
just
go
drive
vote.
down.
I'll
And
go vote like
hit up on-
100,000 times. That probably won't still help.
you gotta be in the right
I heard
city.
Rhodes sent a vote down, huh?
Yeah, I vote. I vote. Yeah, really crazy. I mean, I've had a really busy day, so I didn't get slides done, so I apologize. But if I were to have slides, it would be election. That's a lot of what's going on here lately. A lot of chop and wait and see. A lot of volatility going to be in there. I don't think anyone really has a clear idea exactly what to expect, how it's going to react, etc. So it makes it really exciting in a way because we it's like a Christmas that we just don't know what we're going to get. So looking forward to that. I'm glad I get to watch from the sidelines in the sense that I don't have to stress over an outcome and get to see what happens. I don't think we get an outcome. Some part of me just thinks that it's gonna draw out days, maybe even weeks.
Yeah,
No,
I definitely think it'll take at least a couple more days for them to count all the votes and make it, I don't know, make people go a little bit more crazy first.
for the hype. Nah,
Yeah, for the
I
hype.
think
Maybe
they're gonna figure it out, and I think they'll figure it out by tomorrow night or Wednesday morning.
But you probably don't get a concession from either of the candidates unless it's like a significantly one direction, right? I just don't think you get any kind of concession. Trump's not conceding anything, and Kamala
That's also true.
may also not concede anything if there's any kind of belief of shenanigans, which I'm sure either one of them could play that card. So I think there might be a bit of chaos in that respect.
yeah, it'll be a little chaotic for sure. Does my mic sound good?
You sound
Yeah.
great.
Okay, because I have another thing plugged in. I wasn't sure if it was messing up, but cool.
Tyler's mute. I'm not sure if he knows that.
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Sweet. Yeah, I had my my settings all messed up. Took me a minute.
What do you guys want to do first? Since it's election, do you want to do election first or Bitcoin, crypto stocks? What do you guys want to talk about?
Cool with whatever.
I kind of think the election is
Might as well.
not that we're election experts, but I think
basically an
just
election
our discussion and discourse on the election is probably going to play a lot more into everything else. So
What do you want to use? 538?
yes, this is the Nate Silver, right?
No, he got fired from here.
Oh, okay. So he's got his own, right?
Yeah. Hair's up, I guess.
I don't know what website is that? I don't know a good website to look.
Yeah, there's been all kinds of discourse on what is actually good for polling.
Yeah, everything's probably slightly biased.
I don't know about polling slightly biased. It's just polling.
Your sample, what kind of sample you have in polling will play into it, and if you're able to capture a proper sample. So yes, there may not be direct bias, but there may be inaccurate results from polling. That's the hard part of it.
What's the one that was yesterday or over the weekend that was basically Kamala basically has a chance at Iowa or something? Some crazy shit like that. But it's basically dead even, which is crazy.
New York Times is supposed to be fairly unbiased, but even that, it's Harris above. So
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Harris is gonna win. Not gonna lie, but that's different from all the betting markets I've looked at.
is that
Just-
isn't that just the same as what you would see from the first time Trump won? Are we expecting the same kind of undefined Trump voter kind of come out, or is that just kind of hopium?
I don't know. I figure in like over 9 years, they couldn't have figured out how to poll correctly for Trump. That's kind of a
Right?
like
That's
they
true.
made the mistake already. They made a big mistake in the Trump-Hillary campaign, Trump-Clinton campaign session. They did okay on the Joe Biden one, and they just make the same mistake from then. That sounds kind of crazy. Like, there's probably what $5 billion spent in 9 years for elections, and they still make the same mistake
Crazy amount.
just on campaigns, not even on like other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? I guess we'll figure out here within at least a couple weeks, if not by
Figure
the
out tomorrow.
weekend. Yeah, if not, yeah, tomorrow or by the weekend.
Tomorrow for
You
sure.
would hope. I seen
I
something
feel like
saying
whichever.
that.
Go ahead.
My bad. I was saying I seen something reporting that it could be up to about 7 days for like the final results.
I was gonna say I feel like both sides are gonna like rumor that they've won, and then there's gonna be like an argument, and then the actual announcement's gonna come out, which I don't know. Like, who's gonna be the one to drop that announcement? I guess.
Let me show you this. Have you seen this website? Early voting stats.
Oh whoa, that looks weird. That threw me off for a second. That looks like a scientific chart.
Is this poll like
No, this is
Alan?
actual data from different states about early voting. So 80 million people already voted. 81 million.
Dang.
I'm surprised they can. Doesn't this influence
Does it?
voter response? Because you're giving election results so like if someone were to look this up and be like, oh, it's already heavily tilted this way, well,
They don't know who voted for what. They just know.
Oh, it doesn't say who, like, oh, okay, sorry.
They just know. They just count the ballots.
So Michigan's already voted a ton. Washington a ton.
The ones that haven't been burned.
Basically. There's this one.
Okay.
There's this chart, and there's this one, which is interesting. Compared to turnout. So like, look at like Georgia. 80% of the last election's turnout already voted.
Wow.
And like same with Florida, same with North Carolina. Surprising one is New York. I guess no one votes in New York. No one cares in New York.
Not surprised.
I don't know how true it is, but I just seen something on Instagram that says that Mudang, the hippo, it says predicts the Trump win based on how much cake it eats. I don't know how true it is or if it's like a meme, but
That explains the poly market.
We're looking at memes. Mudang might go up.
But yeah, because I was looking at different poly market stuff and trying to figure out what's the best bet to make.
You already made it.
I've been making a lot of money. I've been making a lot of bets. I have a lot of money.
You already made the number one bet, and that is the popular vote. I
don't know. It seems kind of scary though. It's up to.
I don't know, man. It's up substantially from the last couple of days there when it was down at that 58 range.
Yeah, now it's like 70, low 70, 72.
73?
Yeah.
72, 73, yeah. and it's climbing.
There's
So
this one, which is interesting. This president record turnout in 2024. Bet. I said yes, but they just need more voters than.
yeah, I mean, population growth helps.
But last time was COVID, so everyone could send in mail-in ballots. That's what I'm worried about. But I think it's be more. Looking at these numbers, this 80 million voted. That's half already. That's a little bit more than half.
Okay, so with all this information, who do we predict wins?
I feel like my opinion's biased, so
Well, we all have biased opinions. That's fair. I mean, even if you want to give a biased answer, that's totally fair.
So I guess fair warning, it is probably biased, but I don't know. I feel like Trump's gonna win. Popular vote. I know you said typically Democrats always win that, but that doesn't necessarily mean
No, it doesn't
Trump
mean anything for the
loses.
election.
So
It doesn't mean anything for the election. You don't win electoral votes.
But
Electoral
yeah.
college.
And like I've talked about like weeks prior, my narrative, or like not my narrative, like my social media is pretty heavily Trump influenced, I'll say, and I can see that. But I see more bad. I don't really see much bad about Trump, and then it's like I see more bad about Kamala than I do. So like I said, my algorithm's kind of just far right.
Yeah, I'm predicting a Trump win, and not really just based on that, but like kind of based on the team he kind of gathered up in these last few months too. You know, with Elon and everything else like that. I don't know if Elon has any say, or you know, I guess last time I think Twitter had some, you know, a little say in the election, but who knows what Uncle Elon did on X, you know, whether Kamala people are seeing Trump stuff, because bro, I seen drastically more political stuff like yesterday and today and the day before on Twitter or X than I've ever seen. And like, you know, I'm not like out here like searching for it or anything, but I definitely seen a lot more.
Yeah, and I'm not super political by any means, and I don't really like, you know, I wouldn't know who to vote for everything else on the ballot. I would, if I were to, well, I do plan, I guess I should be able to go vote tomorrow, but I would just be pretty much going to vote for the president. I don't really know what else I'd be voting for, so that's how like uninvolved I pretty much am with politics.
What's it called?
Yeah, I agree with you both. I think it feels like it's a Trump win. But I will say that I have, as we get closer, there's more uncertainty. It almost feels like.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But you know, and I think, you know, something like SNL and I don't know what the general consensus opinion is of the SNL appearance, but you know, I think there's some moves out there that I think help Kamala maybe, you know, get a last ditch kind of run, but I still feel like Trump is likely to win. But would be curious, you know, waiting from the side. I think, you know, based on I think the general opinion of many, at least in the space, that it's Trump is kind of anticipated, and if Trump doesn't win, then you're probably going to get a pretty volatile reaction, but most likely a V-shaped reaction with that. You know, it makes me want to be from one of these swing states because you know,
Just be bombarded with ads the whole time.
I just think, you know, like the degree of sway, you know, vote mattering that you have is really interesting, really intriguing.
And another thing I notice is, well, like I feel like this is kind of an unbiased opinion when it comes to terms of the economy and the state of the world. I feel like it was more calm. I feel like we had a better economy when Trump was in, and then whether it's the media portraying it that way or not, but when Harris got in, it seemed to be, or I guess I can't say Harris, when Biden got in, it seemed to be pretty, the economy doesn't seem to be as good. There's a lot of wars and stuff going on. So whether that's them specifically that is causing all these, effects doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna like change the way the voting's gonna go. But it's hard to say like
The crazy
who
thing,
would be better.
right? The crazy thing about that red belt, it carries straight up into Canada, almost precisely,
Okay.
all the way up. All the three provinces kind of centered above that, and then
It connects Alaska.
yeah, exactly. British Columbia is a little bit split. Obviously, Vancouver is a little bit more Democrat, but straight up through, yeah, it's very much very similar across the board. And then Toronto is kind of split a bit. So yeah,
Seems like we need a
has that
change.
exact kind of geography kind of goes north south there. So that's I don't even understand. Like it's just like the demographic of who lives where almost kind of gives you that idea of what the voting kind of portrayal is.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's
Something to do
typically
with
the
votes?
larger cities for the most part. Coastal cities are
They're probably
democratic.
more globally
And
connected
maybe
versus
there might be some more diversity in the cities. Maybe younger. Although I don't know if that makes a huge difference age wise. But yeah, for the most part, it's coastal and city based, and then in the center, it's very much Republican.
true.
Hmm.
Well, my prediction, I think Kamala's going to win, but I also
Alone.
I think it's not enough for me to put money on it though. I think it's very close, if not 50-50 at this point. I think she's gonna win with the women vote for sure. That's gonna bring her over the edge.
That could be the catalyst that would make her win.
Like look at this voting stat right here. Total voted by gender. 55 versus 44.
Coming from the one individual in a very firmly Democratic location.
I'm telling
My
you, like,
location split, and actually my actual city is very, very much kind of Republican, even though obviously we have different parties, etc., but conservative. Yeah, but that's what makes this election so interesting. Is there's so many different things that are at play here, and it is very unique.
It's always like a coin
altogether.
flip. It always seems like a coin flip.
Yeah, unless there's been a period of very clearly like one party is just totally bombing, then you get this whole idea of change kind of thing. But
It's like, maybe we'll get them next time, guys.
I thought the last two elections weren't really coin flips, if I remember correctly.
And it was a surprise one the first time Trump won, and then last election, yeah, I don't recall. I didn't pay as much attention to it, so I can't say for certain.
Yeah, when Hillary, because I don't think the voter turnout was there when Clinton ran. That's what happened. 2016, right? Uh, what was it? Also, if you guys haven't voted yet, you should go on this site, Ballotpedia. I was gonna tell you this before, but this is what I use when I vote. I just search up like where my county is in state, and they'll basically explain like all the different things you can vote for. Simply, that's what I use, and then I just
Nice.
read this and then just fill it out in like 5 minutes. Well, I voted by mail, but like you can probably do the same.
That might be what I do.
That's what I mean. There's no way you're reading these like. There's no way you're reading these like randomly worded like. Who knows what they're writing on these ballots?
Facts.
Like they make it super complicated, but like you just need it like straightforward. Like this is what I use.
But
Yeah. What was it like? 120, 130 million votes compared to 155 for 2020. So yeah, the voter turnout was not there.
it's been steady going up, which I would say is good.
Yeah, but the 2021 had a lot of mail-in in ballots. That's what this bet was on.
Oh, it made it more accessible and easier for people to.
Yeah, because there's COVID, so like you can't have so many people line up.
Yeah, that was a weird year. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Hopefully within the week.
Yeah. You guys gonna watch tomorrow? Any watch party situation?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a big party at my house.
Actually?
No, no.
Oh.
It'd
Yeah,
be
I'll
kind
be-
of funny.
I'll be watching, paying attention, seeing how
Yeah,
it
I'll
goes.
probably have it to the side for sure.
Get ready to trade the meme stocks about who wins.
Facts.
Memes are
Bro.
definitely a play.
I was about to say the peanut, the squirrel.
Yeah, I saw that Elon tweeted about it.
Bro, crazy.
But yeah, that's the election. Should we just go to Bitcoin now?
Yes,
What we're
I
expecting?
think that was a good overview of where we kind of generally land in. So
What are you expecting here? You think tomorrow's gonna be really volatile for the market?
you know,
It's hard to
that's
say.
yeah, exactly. It's got really two ways of going. It's just a wait and see, and it's stable. I would tend to think it's going to be volatile, and reactive to what's going on, and depending on where early results come in, etc. That's you're going to see some serious reaction there. You know, whether we have downside or upside, all of that is kind of a wait and see. You know, we downside wise, I think we've already tapped some of those lower levels that you would expect us to hold. But you know, if it is a kind of a strong Kamala early feel, then I expect crypto to dump further. But if it's a strong kind of Trump lead in some areas, then it could really rally. But for the most part, I think it's just some volatility and uncertainty.
Yeah, who knows how it's gonna play. If it goes to the lower side, I'd like to see it hold above that top trend line you have. That would be, I feel like a pretty bullish signal if we can continue to hold above that, especially post-election and continue to push up. That would be nice. But depending on how it is the next week or so, we could see, even another smaller push back down.
What do you think about this line I just drew? I think I tried to draw it like a couple weeks ago or like a week ago.
I I wanted to see. I kind of zoomed out a little bit to see if it was with anything else, but either way, I think I like that line
I'd be surprised if we
on this.
touch it at all.
You don't think we bounce like right here, probably in this zone, or like in this zone?
That's kind of what I would envision. It looks like we did wick pretty close already.
I guess it's the duration outward that I don't think we're.
Like this, the extended.
Yeah, I don't. Well, no,
Yeah.
just even like how many days is it until you? If you were to go straight across, how many days is it until you get to that line? Is that like 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Looks like,
mid-November, 21st.
yeah.
I guess, yeah.
It's just
yeah.
I draw it as like a kind of like if it breaks this line, then it's gonna be a problem.
What I would be the lowest that I could see, like if we were to not hold that top trend line you have, going from the last high down to kind of where we're supporting now, I could see it come to around like 61-ish again, down to that level. If
man,
if we
I
don't
don't
hold
want to be
that,
down that level. That
if we
seems
don't
like
hold
hell.
that this
No one
trend
wants.
line,
No one wants to be below 65.
yeah, I would like to definitely see us hold at this trend line.
Yeah.
But if we do break that, it could be that level again.
Yeah, I mean, a spot into that pocket is still pretty good, but below 65
It's not
is
something I would want to see.
no.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
liking. I think we hold that 67 608 level. We kind of been honestly that we've been holding there pretty strong. If we do go down any farther, I'm thinking 66 is the lowest that we might wick down to one more time. I think we wick down there real close to 66, but I don't know, bro. I'm thinking we probably hold that 67 level.
This is the pivot space. You know how it goes every week. If
right.
it's
Yep.
red, it's green. And if it's green, it's red. That week.
So
So
tomorrow is
seems like it's green for the next week into the election.
yeah.
Trump is gonna win for sure. That's what it means.
Yeah. Yeah, based on the Tuesday flip, I mean, that's kind of what we would expect. Is it's a good Trump rally, maybe Kamala conceding early and gracefully, and you would see a pretty good run off that.
Yeah,
that is
and
only on a
something
Tuesday
else,
flip kind of cycle, but
right? The most pivotal space out there.
right, yeah.
I seen something the other day. It was Bitcoin in March 71K, and the Coinbase App Store was at ranking number 20. And now, Bitcoin's around. It was when it did hit 71K. Said Bitcoin 71K, Coinbase App Store ranking 482. So I was like, oh goodness. But I'm kind of interested too. I think we're gonna honestly continue to pump higher. I think if Trump gets in, bro, I think we see a lot more money flow into the markets pretty quick. If not, I feel like there's gonna be a little more uncertainty. But again, I mean, it's hard to see. I wish I could, invert my bias on this one, but it's hard to because I'm not just looking at the chart here. There's a little like internal bias too.
Yeah, that's the hard thing is there's got to be bias, there's got to be emotion, there's got to be everything into everyone at play here, being this election cycle, everything else. Like it's a hard place to kind of remove where you're from. If you've got positions, I think you hold to them. If you don't have positions, I think you wait and see how things kind of settle out. There's going to be volatility. You're going to probably snap up, and unless we break 74, we're probably going to snap back down, right? Kind of thing. Like you're going to see that that volatility. So it's very much try to sit on your hands and wait and see. If you want to do any kind of fun plays, it's likely meme coins, and that's about it. Otherwise, it is very much a wait and see and kind of react thereafter. It's too crazy to call most things right now.
Facts, man. And also, like, the reason I think Bitcoin's gonna hold that 67K level is a lot of the other main cap coins too, and how their charts look. You know, you look at some of
What
the
we're gonna look at.
alts, like Aave specifically. Aave came down, touched that perfect 618 retracement at about, what is that, 125. You know, if we go back up to where we were about October, on Halloween, I mean, there's a 30% return right there. About 25 actually. But honestly, I mean, I think a lot of these charts are probably going to hold that level, and if not, we're going to have some room to run down. Like if Aave doesn't hold that 124 level, 125 level, like it is right now, I mean, you could probably see it run down to like 107. So it's road's kind of like you were saying, man. It's one of those areas where like, you got to see if we hold and get some support here on some of these charts and really see how it plays out, because some of these could keep going down. Just depends if we hold that structural level on the chart.
Yeah, altcoins definitely took I feel like a bigger hit today than, well, not too bad, I guess, compared to Bitcoin.
Yeah, like Solana looks like it took a little dip too. But I mean, again, it's one of those things. I think Solana is going to hold the 154. It looks almost just like Aave. It looks almost just like Bitcoin, just different levels on the fibs. But I mean, they kind of bust down, hit a level, stop, and now we kind of have that next day candle popped up, and it's just kind of chilling there. But yeah, I don't know. I want to say we hold there, but there is some room to go down a little farther and it still be healthy.
Yeah.
What are you looking at buying now? Do you guys still have? Are you guys looking to average down?
Yeah, bro. I mean, honestly, this isn't if you hold some of the tokens already, like if you hold Solana, not a bad area to buy it, because, on what, 6 days ago, I mean, it was at 182 and now you're at about 160. If you bought some right now, even, I mean, there's nice 15-20% return just back to, price about a week ago. But if you already, I would wait if you're not holding some of these tokens too. Kind of like Roach said, like I would, if you already hold some, I mean, you might as well just DCA in while we kind of ride down. Because if it doesn't go down anymore, I mean, and we hold those levels, and we're going to continue up, I think, fast.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah,
like
and
there's just nothing happening in the markets right now. It's just not a lot of volume, just a slow decline, waiting for the election.
Like Chainlink looks at a good level. Came back down to that $9 range. We were there in September 1st, so so September about 9th. We were there.
that and
But
Uniswap on like the
yeah,
weekly time frame kind of remind me of how Ethereum's playing a little bit too, like slowly lagging behind a little bit. Because I did personally kind of expect higher for altcoins at this time, but we've been staying pretty low, lagging behind. So
and something else I noticed too is Maker finally seems to have kind of slowed down at a level, and finally started to make a move back up.
yeah,
We'll see. I mean, I don't. Again, I'm not as bullish as I was last time around on this one. I would rather buy Aave, because again, as far as projects go that are spitting images of each other, just the tokenomics on Maker. I mean, there's under 1 million tokens, and almost all of them are circulating. So it wouldn't take a lot of liquidity for it to get scooped up and kind of manipulate price in a way. But just depends. I would like to see make a comeback, but I'm personally not holding any. I'm not looking to grab any I'd rather buy like Aave or Compound.
Yeah, and right now, what I've been kind of looking at and are at some decent levels right now is, like Tyler said, compounds pretty good. Uniswap and Link are kind of ones that I'm really focused on right now as well. And I've been getting a little bit more bullish on Solana too. I've been tempted to scoop a little bit up.
What about ETH? How you guys feeling about ETH right now?
ETH,
I'm still loading up. ETH is my biggest position at this point.
it looks like
Yeah.
it's at another decent, like from today's retracement, it's at a decent level where it seems like it could hold as well.
Yeah, I think it's gonna hold there, bro. It's sitting perfectly. Came down to hit the 78.6, 88.6 like fib retracement. If you use what is that? Like October 3rd is the bottom, and October 22nd is the high for the fib. Comes down kind of perfectly touching. I think we hold there and continue up. But if you drew a trend line on it, it would look a little scarier because it kind of looks like it broke its floor. But I think it still looks good.
I think
ETH's not
that
going anywhere.
I think that 2,800 level is going to be like as crucial as Bitcoin's like 74K level. Like it needs to break that, and then hopefully we have some room to breathe with ETH there to keep pumping.
Facts,
But
bro.
obviously, then I see like 3,400 and 3,600 levels right there. It looks like some sellers are possibly waiting.
You're spot on both. I don't like ETH until it's above 2,800. I prefer Solana.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's just looking stronger, feels stronger, and sure, there is absolutely opportunity within ETH. It's just we've been waiting and playing this game with ETH, and I guess maybe and that's generally the speak is that because ETH just hasn't it's lagged that it's got to do it, but you sit there waiting in ETH, you're missing other things. So to me, I think Solana looks and feels stronger.
All my ETH holdings are in NFTs.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is double risk asset there, but
It's like leveraged ETH basically.
yeah.
But ETH NFTs have been running too, running pretty well. Some of them.
What did you say?
Some ETH NFTs were running pretty well.
Yeah, I actually haven't looked at those. I know
All the
Quirky's had a little bit of a drop, which is another good buy level, but we'll probably go into NFTs here in a minute. But
Yeah, wrote some. I'm with you kind of on the Sol and ETH thing. Thanks,
Yeah.
by no means I'm like, I love ETH. Obviously, I love ETH. I love Solana. All my, most of my holding is actually funny enough. Thanks, you're on. You said a lot of yours is in ETH. A lot of mine's in Solana. So that's
at least we're
probably
all
more my
diversified.
bias. But yeah, man, I like them both. I just right now I like Solana as far as strength goes, but Ethereum, bro, I think is gonna make a big comeback.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely gonna. It's not going anywhere for sure. Ethereum is gonna be like I feel like it's gonna be Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. For the most part, will be top 3.
But in which order?
Right?
Seems like
Oh,
Bitcoin might be a good winner here, but I can't see. I mean, where do you see as the upside in this bull cycle for Bitcoin? 150?
Well,
Can it
everyone
hit
says it's
200?
100K right now. It's programmed 100K right now.
yeah, I would say at least.
And I think that's on the
Who
low side
knows?
this cycle.
100K.
Yeah, that's
I
one of
still
those
said about
things that's like
120, 108, 120.
Oh yeah, I like this. This is a good way to look at it too. What you're
I don't
pulling
know how
up.
good this chart is anymore.
And also this year is going to be different as well. Or this next bull run, different money, slower moving. I feel like.
This is the new one, and it's even better position.
So that says
Still cheap accumulate. This is probably still cheap.
Damn,
And then this one is in
mad cheap.
buy.
It's almost in Bitcoin is dead, which is good. And a lot of people are still sleeping on it. I think for sure. So
But this one, it says that like it can be 250 plus. No. Yeah,
I'd
250 plus 200.
I wonder how long that could take. What if you go to the red in like the middle of that zone there where we're currently in?
Here.
Yeah, go over to the right a little bit. Other way.
Oh, other right. Sorry.
Yeah. What Oh, okay, I see the dates now. So keep going over a little bit more. So 9, 16, 10, 25, and 25. Okay.
I think this would be in like, if I was gonna
Same.
guess, it'd be either in December, January, or Q1 is what we're looking at. That's my guess.
For like
for the top.
Okay.
Like
And
for
then,
that first explosion up. Because
okay.
like you see here, it moves really fast. It goes from 10K to 40K, 50K in like
What is that?
4 months.
Yeah. I feel like we could see something similar like that. I would agree with you on there. That's why I
So,
wanted to
like-
see what the dates were, like May of 25. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I think first quarter could be pretty good next year.
Like that's how they get the FOMO to come in, right? Because you see it move so fast, so quickly, and you don't have any holdings.
It does.
That's when you have to buy.
Yeah, I
You
think a
still
lot of
cannot
people are
buy.
still gonna miss out. I was just on a call with someone recently, like literally right before this, and we were talking about like how people are just sleeping and aren't
Happen.
putting in the work to learn about this stuff or get in here and start to invest, and everybody just really puts it off in a super easy way. So it's slowly being adopted, but I wonder, BlackRock said it's being adopted faster than like the internet, so I think within the next 5 years it's really going to be like, yeah, I definitely missed out at that point.
Yeah.
How you guys feeling about NFTs?
Rotes.
NFTs.
See, Rotes is back for NFT session.
I'm here. Sorry, I was just having a quick bite. NFTs have been a little bit choppy.
Yeah.
Outside of some of the meme NFTs, where we've seen a little bit more of the general success. So I think, as we talked on our Friday stream, I'm expecting a bit of pullback on NFTs, NFT majors, etc. They all kind of are in between previous consolidation zones and the latest kind of rally range. So I suspect NFTs will come back into those consolidation ranges. And so if you're looking at NFTs, your buy point is probably a couple weeks out, so to speak. Now, when it comes to meme NFTs, I still think there's a decent amount of strength there. Sprotos are kind of leading the charge there. Volume or total wise, it's been Milady's, but between the two of them, they're both doing very well. And then you have these kind of like separate ones that kind of are adjacent that are doing all right, but those are look to be the kind of the two main leaders on the NFT kind of meme coin range. And obviously what the appeal is there is that you're gaining NFTs that are within kind of the mind share of individuals that are in meme coins and hopefully finding alpha, etc., whatever the case may be, to perform in the meme coin streets. So yeah, Sprotos and Miladies are both doing quite well, and probably will continue to trend upward here for the foreseeable future as meme coins are kind of really performing well. I say that, I mean, meme coins have had a bit of a retracement here in the last few days over the weekend, but generally speaking, performing quite well. So those are a good pocket of NFTs. Otherwise, like I think most majority will kind of pull back into this consolidation range, and go with that. Thanks, you finally found that meme filter,
I know. I got the upgraded.
which is right. Which is that it's a very nice feature on Magic Eden. Magic Eden overall just doing a lot of excellent work for navigating NFTs in general. There was a bit of an announcement here earlier today from OpenSea. The new OpenSea is here. It's coming. It's expected. There is a sign up on it, I think, as well.
They
I haven't
changed
gone
it
ahead and
again.
done it. Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be, what it is. I mean, OpenSea was always
December 2024. It took them so long. They like died. Like, let's redo it.
they died, but they haven't
It's-
died. That's the thing.
Leaderboard.
Is like
They're gonna launch a
they're
token.
still.
I
There's
like
still
OpenSea because I can get the app on my phone. I
Mhm.
use it more on my phone than I do when I'm on my computer. I definitely like Magic Eden.
Magic Eden
Um,
on the phone actually is a pretty good experience.
with
as
the well,
with the web app.
do they have an app or is it
No, it's just save the
okay?
web
Okay,
page
yeah,
to your home screen, and it works
sure.
fairly well. It's a pretty good mobile experience, but yeah, I'm with you on the OpenSea mobile app. I was on that for the longest time until kind of fully just departing from OpenSea.
yeah.
But the majority of NFT sales still happen on OpenSea. It's still the top NFT traded platform. Not volume. Volume is Blur, and then Magic Eden is not really touching anything when it comes to ETH NFTs. But
Right.
they have an excellent platform, so it's all quite interesting that way.
Seems
Yeah,
like
I
there's
mean, I
points
definitely
now.
like OpenSea, and I began to like because my experience, a few projects that I owned went off of OpenSea completely and went to Magic Eden. So I was like, oh well, now I got to learn Magic Eden. Then I learned it, started to like it, and then now people are starting to go back to OpenSea because Magic Eden is not enforcing royalties. That's what it is, right? Or they're not. I think it's up to the project or
Magic
something.
Eden never really captured transactional volume. It
Yeah,
just didn't.
Yeah.
There was periods there where you
Just
saw
one stat.
some.
It was just like daily. It's like total transaction was their stat or something.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it is the better platform, bar none, in terms of, at least as an analyst perspective, right? The charting, the data, etc. is best on Magic Eden.
yeah.
And so that part is just kind of where it goes. But like, everyone's going to where the listings are, right? And so Magic Eden may show the listings and people may buy off of Magic Eden, but they're still buying from wherever that NFT is actually listed. And that's where you get the stats of where the activity is happening, because the listing was on OpenSea or the listing was on Blur, but it doesn't matter where you buy from. If you're buying on an aggregator, which Magic Eden essentially is. I mean, any platform can be an aggregator is the thing, right? That's kind of the
Right.
main shift from when Blur came about. You had OpenSea Pro as an aggregator, and you could buy from anywhere, and Magic Eden, the same idea. So there isn't necessarily any exclusivity that way. It's just where people are making those buys.
You know anything about Ape Chain NFTs? What do you think?
It's interesting. What makes it interesting is the ability to have lower transactional fees and royalty type enforcements, etc. All of that is quite possible from an ecosystem, a Ape as a proponent for NFT longevity and success, right? So their interests are maybe different than the interests of Magic Eden, Blur, OpenSea, right? So I think there is something there. The only problem is we've got Solana, we've got ETH, we have all these platforms. Do existing collections want to migrate, or how does that happen? Or are we just looking for new collections? And if we're looking for just new collections haven't been really that hot for a long time.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, there has been some wins on ApeChain. Looking at what's over on ApeChain, nothing stands out to me as anything new or different. It's a lot of the same recycled kind of stuff. The monkeys are, I think, for the most part, the leading NFT. And you look at monkeys and you're like, but I guess that's it. Artist activity, I think, will be really interesting. And it could be, maybe the winner over on ApeChain.
I was looking at bridging to ApeChain today for one of our community members. It cost $13. I mean, bridging is expensive.
Dang.
But once you're there, transactional fees, etc., I think it's
Really,
probably
really cheap.
pretty good.
It's
just the attention.
My bad. I've never been a fan when NFT projects are switching chains and stuff, because then you either have to burn it, do another transaction or something like that, and it's just another process you have to do. I call it maintenance, stuff like that. You got to do some more maintenance and keep your NFT. It's just I'd rather just stay where you're at. I get sometimes it makes sense to pivot, but once you pivot once, please don't pivot again.
When are DeGods on ApeChain?
Yeah, we'll see like that. Like we're
over under right now. I haven't looked at it, so
Can I buy DeGods on any chain besides ApeChain, or is it just
it's on
Solana and
Sol.
Ethereum?
It's on Sol.
I mean,
DeGod is on Sol, the meme coin, and that's
okay.
on Ethereum and Sol, I think.
Yeah.
and there's probably some on Polygon with Utes.
Really, Utes on Polygon?
I think you might still be able to get some Utes off of Polygon.
No, Utes is here.
No, Utes is everywhere. Utes are everywhere, including being burned.
I mean, it's like on-chain monkeys are everywhere.
Yeah, but like they're on-chain monkeys. I mean, I think by definition they're allowed to be everywhere because monkeys like to go everywhere and they're on-chain. So, they fit a little bit better than DeGods everywhere.
I was talking to someone over the weekend, and he was telling me about how runes and ordinals are going to be the next thing. I'm like, bro, you're way too behind on this.
Bitcoin is any interaction I've had with Bitcoin and ordinal holders is
No, he just started. He just started like getting into like the meme coin, shitcoin, NFT trading, like probably like 3 months ago.
no that I mean I would definitely, I don't know, I guess I haven't bought any, so maybe I wouldn't buy any, but I was saying like they're like their own community. They're I see them FUD a lot of like Ethereum and Solana projects just because they're not Bitcoin. So that's one thing that like draws me away is community members from the Bitcoin NFTs can be toxic.
The Bitcoin maxis.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fade them as being, the chain that sees the biggest value appreciation. I still don't think that's not unrealistic to occur. Have they potentially already had their moment? Likely. but I still wouldn't fade them, right? So when
Yeah.
Bitcoin performs, ordinals tend to perform and rally with. So you could see some nice appreciation on some of the main ordinal collections. There's a handful of them, and that's really about it. But they're out there still highlighting. It's funny that someone that's into meme coins is discovering ordinals as the next big thing versus other NFTs that are out there. But there's still passionate fans for ordinals in general. Quantum cats to me feel like the
Dude, quantum
most
cats?
interesting. Yeah,
They're so expensive.
I think because you're still waiting for OM or not OMBs, but you're still waiting for Taproot Wizards, and how those come, and so ordinals quantum cats gives you that ecosystem type play.
Interesting. Yeah, I was talking about like, bro, the tech is not there. It's so bad. When he's talking about runes, I'm like, bro, runes are so bad. Runes are like the worst.
I haven't found any art I like from that chain.
I think OMBs have good art.
Yeah.
Boys,
They're-
sorry to
they're
make an abrupt exit, but I gotta hop off here.
No
But,
worries.
sorry about the
Peace.
abrupt
We'll
exit.
see you next week.
See you next week. The INX and Peanut and the Moodang Trump birthday cake. That was the last things I was thinking about. But other than that, come on, guys.
Should we run the D gods over under? What do you think?
On
I
Ape,
think Tyler just created a new Bitcoin ticker.
What was it? Moodang birthday cake Trump?
Yeah, something like that. I think that's the it's no longer ticker Bitcoin, it's ticker whatever that fits into. Over under. It's always been around that 40K or 40 mil mark. Was a bit of a rally last week on it. I still like to say 36K or sorry, it's 36 mil.
36 mil. Alright, I'm gonna
I'll go
go.
36.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna do a Price is Right 37.
So you're over. I'll go under. Easy. I'll say 35.
Wow.
D god.
And then I do got it. Oh, did it just say 61?
34. Easy
Oh.
W.
Dang. I guess Danksy won that one.
What do we need
But-
here for?
I really
this
needed it to be
move?
36 on the button, didn't I?
Yeah, you
You,
did.
you set the line. You set the line. You did the
I set the line, and normally the line's about 40 mil, so I brought the line down at least. Yeah, it's been in this 35 mil range for a period of time, and then we've recently dumped into this 34, just under 34. But it's this trend from 45 mil that it's just been slowly rolling down since. So from the 29th
It's just
down.
always. It's just like this. You
Yeah.
know?
Little spike,
Just like-
down, spike down, spike down. But this is we're in all-time low range, aren't we? Yeah.
You know. that's
It's
just
never
the
been
meme
this
coin.
low.
Dang.
It's like this
Crazy.
meme
Outside
coin.
of maybe the
It's like
first
the
day,
meme coin
right?
chart. What are you gonna do?
That is the meme coin chart in the wrong way. Yeah, we'll probably get another little spike up here.
Yeah,
maybe
we'll
back
just
to
like
40.
tweet out something crazy, get it spiked
Yeah.
up, and then we'll be reset for the next meme coin chart.
Yeah, I mean, if you had any hope, I think this is probably your best sign that it's likely donezoed. We'll probably get a pump, but the fact that it's broken below this 35, 36 range is tough. So we'll see. You never fade Frank.
That's life he
He's
brought.
always
on
got
himself,
something, but
bro.
that's you also never fade the disgusting meme chart because they do exist.
What do you mean
I
disgusting?
do have to dip as well, guys. It was good jumping on with you guys again. We'll be back next week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
we will.
we will chat then, see where we are at. And
Alright.
again, appreciate you guys for always doing these.
No, I appreciate
Yeah.
you. Road tonight
100%.
will finish off some poly market.
I love it.
Appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you.
Yeah. Take care. Thanks.
Run some sports. What do you think? Did it start already? It starts in 15 minutes. 10 minutes.
The game?
15 minutes. Chiefs versus Bucks. Should we
Yeah,
do a
I mean-
watch party? Chiefs versus Bucks.
Yeah. 100%. I got it on already. I'm waiting.
It's like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I've had it on for a half hour already.
What do you mean? The free game? You're just watching them warm up?
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm definitely needing some Chiefs defense activity here. I do have I have players on both teams. This is true excitement here. It's actually a half decent game, I think. I mean, I think Tampa Bay's got no hope, but it's, as far
It's
as
football.
teams go on a Monday night football game, it's not bad.
Anything can happen in football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chiefs are good for a couple of those. Every great team is good for a couple upsets as it is, but Chiefs at 80 cents, I think, shows you how much they're favored. But you want to drop a few bucks on Tampa Bay. How do you fade Baker Mayfield?
They have to
good.
lose. No
They have
team
to-
goes.
They have
They
to
have
lose.
to lose one day,
I wouldn't think that this would be the game, but crazier things have happened. So, if you want to YOLO
have you
a
seen
small
have you
bet,
seen
then-
the guy with the system, the NFL betting system last season? It's like he just goes underdogs, like 1 unit underdogs for every single game.
he goes what?
He goes 1 unit, $100 every underdog money line
Mm-hmm.
for every single game. I think it was up like 20 units or something after
Wow.
for the whole season.
Yeah.
Just
He's
blind betting.
just playing the underdog every time.
Yeah. So it could be the move here.
I mean, if you want to start right now, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather have put it into something else at this point.
100%.
Have you seen this new tab, the creators tab?
I think we were looking at that on Friday.
Oh yeah, on Wednesday.
Or Wednesday?
Or Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Man, Friday feels so long ago already. But yeah, I think we were looking at it on Friday. It was kind of new then, and yeah, I like it. I like the fact that gets a little bit more variety in there. I mean, it still comes down to having some liquidity in these. If there isn't the liquidity, then it's really hard to get in and out, or do much of anything without moving the line too much. But yeah. Well, Joe Rogan announced that he is voting for Trump.
Who?
Well, I don't know if has Joe ever kind of said who he votes for. I don't think so. OpenSea
This?
token in 2024.
I don't think so. I think they're just gonna start tracking.
Yeah, I mean
Announce
they
the
might
token?
announces a token by December 31st. I
Ooh.
mean,
Now it doesn't mean it launches. It just
yeah.
happened. So it's just the day. It's like that.
December, the new OpenSea comes in December with leaderboards. I mean, what does that mean? That sounds like a lot of token business, doesn't it?
That is tokens. What else can it be? There's no comments.
Right?
That's crazy. Still sus though. Oh, it was worth 4 to 1.
I wish there was still some more juice on the popular vote.
There's always juice.
Well, not. What is it? 38%.
You'll win like $4.
Yeah.
You'll win $4 for every 10. $3.80 for every $100. You'll win $38 for a 1 day hold.
Well, it's
The thing is
Yeah.
it worth the risk here? That's the real question.
it's it was definitely worth the 50% return. I think that was quite good. Now when we're looking at a 38% return, it's a little less worth it, but on a 1-day hold for something that I think is
I think it's 90% certain.
I would agree.
Maybe
I
like
would think it's
85%.
90% as well.
It's 85.
Yeah.
85 is very conservative.
Yeah. I'm if I'm thinking about KC winning this match and the popular vote going to the Democrats, I think the certainty there is pretty similar.
No, wait.
So
You're telling me if you give me the same odds for KC winning this match versus popular vote, I'm putting all my money in popular vote.
well, KC's winning the match is 80. It's 20 cents return.
I know, but this I know, but I think
Oh, okay. Well, you're saying that no,
it's
well,
like
no.
85 to 90% that Democrats win the popular vote here.
Yeah, well, that's roughly what the KC is right now. It's 80 cents. 80%, right? So
Yeah, 80
what
cents
I'm
versus.
saying,
But I think
is
that is kind of overvalued.
they're about the same to me, meaning
I
that
also think that is overvalued. I think it's like more like 70. It's a football game. Anything can happen.
it's Kansas City Chiefs,
Dude, someone
greatest
can
modern day football
like
team.
hit Mahomes, like
And they're also playing Tampa Bay that has their top two offensive weapons injured.
Dude, all it takes is one cheap shot on Mahomes and he's out. Just give him that old ankle snap.
Yeah, injuries are always the wild card there, and this season's been full of it. %76%, 27%.
What is this?
What is this? Political polls?
Today at 11.
Yeah, but whose political polls?
Silver.
Oh, Nate Silver says that?
This looks sus.
No, it's like 85% likely that it's popular voters going Democrats. Chiefs are at 20% Super Bowl champion already now, so they're up quite a bit. Lions also up a good amount.
I'm up.
49ers down bad.
I'm only down 30%. Not too bad. Not the worst. I'm
CMC's
up
expected to get back. That's going to help you. You're up 164% on that?
On Lions.
Oh yeah, Lions look like the Super Bowl champ. If it wasn't for KC doing KC type things, like Lions look like the Super Bowl champ at the moment. They are any team that plays them, it gets the hangover from playing them because they take so much out of them.
Yeah,
offensively, they have all the weapons. Defensively, losing their top defensive player does hurt. But yeah, the Lions look real good.
Dude, Rhodes, you gave me the picks on this one. You gave me the top 4.
You gave me
top 3. Top 2.
Yeah.
The Lions and Ravens were you, for sure. And Chiefs, I knew. You got to toss the money there, and the 49ers, you got to toss the money there. But Lions, Ravens?
Well, the 49ers have just been smoked by injuries, right? Like that's the worst bit for them. But Chris McCaffrey is expected back soon, and once he gets back and that offense starts clicking again, I don't see why they don't start to steam up a bit more. So I think they're probably a value right now at 8%. Bills seeming to capture some momentum right now. Vikings at 4% seems way too low, but there's that's the situation there is that whole division is just a gauntlet. Commanders also look really good. Like there are still some gems in there if you wanted to like try and pick at a team, but that's where you really want to see the playoff seeding and how that gets in, because I still think teams that make the playoffs are where you get the best value.
Bro, why are you not on Polymarket? You should. I feel like this would be a great way to spend.
Well,
some cap.
The idea, the swing and the move to make was push into the popular vote, cash out a popular vote, and then even if you want free ride NFL. But I think that was kind of the way I would play it.
I don't know. Why aren't you playing it? You're just giving out the free picks.
Right? I mean, I like not to have, especially on something like bets, like not to have, strict bias on something like that.
Let me see if I can. I don't want to show my positions. Let me see if I can. How do you do this? Photo P. Do one of these. What is this?
What are you on? What's Photopia?
I don't want to. That's my positions right now. So those are the football ones, and then these three are the ones that are like long shots.
Mm-hmm.
But these two are the same. I should definitely get rid of one of these. I don't know why I have two of them. Actually, that's a problem.
They're both at 17 cents.
It's the same bet. It's just opposite sides.
Yeah, but like you're gonna be able to cash them out at a profit, right?
No. It's the same side. It's the same bet.
Oh,
just
yes.
playing.
No. Okay. Yeah. I see. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah. I should be fine. I'll just leave it.
You just doubled up. Yeah.
Yeah, I just doubled my exposure, but it's fine. And then I have the record turnout one and the popular buff. But yeah, thanks to you, Rotes. Definitely gonna cash out this line, or I think Lions and KC, right? Lions on the opposite side of the.
Yeah, Lions and KC is kind of the current I would say current consensus for the Super Bowl at the moment. Things change, obviously injuries, all that kind of stuff. But those feel fairly comfy at the moment.
Right. I gotta start thinking about how to hedge these positions out.
I don't know. I think you set them out to the playoffs. Like I don't see how, any of those teams don't make the playoffs.
Right. No,
Even
but
the,
like
even the Niners,
during
like
the playoffs.
that division is so terrible that anyone could win the division still, and so,
Yeah, but like if Lions play the 49ers, I definitely want to start hedging these. Like
when you get further along.
Like figure out what's the best way to, because all these have different if you look at the shares, they're all different like share values.
Mm-hmm.
So probably like have to even them out or something, sell some or something like that. I don't know. I'll think about it when it gets there. But it definitely makes the game more interesting.
Yeah, no, it's a fun way to play it. It's a fun that you can trade in and out of it too, instead of being like stuck married to a bet. Whereas like, you pick a Super Bowl champion and you're kind of locked into that pick, and people will do that pick, start of the year kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you can trade in and out of this and say, okay, like I want to exit the Chiefs right now before they potentially lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and sell on the 19 cents, well, then you can go ahead and do it and try and buy them back later, or just, allocate elsewhere, right? Kind of thing. Not saying that's the move. I'm just, hypothetical, right? But
hypothetically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to throw like $5 into the Bucks for funsies.
I mean, you're probably losing that $5. I think that's most likely.
Unless they win.
The Chiefs at home are just so daunting too, right? Like that crowd, everything like that's a hard stadium to go in and to win on the best of scenarios, let alone being the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, I don't know.
There's like no liquidity on this thing as well.
No one wants to bet the Bucks. I prefer to bet the spread after points have been scored within the game, because then you get a different spread than what the original line was, and then you can play that spread a little bit better, get a bit better grace on it, right? So that's one thing I like to do, but that's just regular betting. So for instance, if Tampa Bay comes out and scores first, like, man, you're gonna hammer KC at that point, right? Because you expect that KC would cover the spread at that point, regardless, because then that spread could move to the point where they don't even have to win, kind of thing. I don't know what the actual spread is. Probably 7-8 points right now.
What do you think the spread is? It's probably like minus. Do you think
Minus
it's minus 7?
KC. Yeah. It might have shrunk. I mean, KC still plays games pretty close. They haven't really blown out any teams. They haven't shown their might.
Minus 8.5. God damn.
Yeah. So, Tampa Bay scores first. All of a sudden now KC is going to be -3 or something like that.
I'm going to wait until the Chiefs score and then hammer the Buccaneers. I'm going to do the opposite. Complete opposite of what you're trying to do.
Go super long shot.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they got the ball first. They got the ball. They got first down. They're moving.
We'll see. Yeah, just waiting for tomorrow then.
Yeah.
For this.
Excited to see what happens.
Same.
Anything legit could happen. So let's wait
True.
and see, and kind of go from there. I think trying to call how it all plays out is super tough.
Let me see this. What was he talking about here? Apparently, I don't know. I feel like Nate Silver. I thought Nate Silver said that that Trump was going to win. It's just polls, not. Still, I don't know. I thought Nate Silver said that Trump was going to win. Like,
he had that earlier, I believe. Yes.
don't see how he's going to win without Pennsylvania, though. I mean, they're tied right now. Yeah. All right. We got a game to watch.
Sounds good. Just keep the ball out of Kelsey's hand.
For sure.
That's what I want. in my
Appreciate
fantasy
you,
match.
Rhodes. We have a new
Likewise.
stream schedule. So Monday stays the same. Tuesday we're doing 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Pacific. And then on Friday we do 10 in the morning Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern. So those are the 3 stream times now. We'll try to get Io up here as well. And then, yeah, tomorrow is going to be a crazy stream. We're going to go watch the boats come in.
Yep. Yeah.
Actually, we're
Good
probably
timing
too
for that.
early.
Too early?
I think so. I think the boats stop like 6 or 7.
Yeah, your polling closes at later on, right? So
yeah,
it
and
would
you
be
can't
before
count
anything
until
starts
it's
to
done.
close. Mm-hmm. Kelsey, come on, man, get out of here. Yeah, that's almost time to hammer TB. Casey's about to score.
All right, I'll set it up and I'll get the freshest 10-cent shares on the Bucks. Like, huge gain.
Yes. Yeah. Good luck.
All right, take care, Rhodes. Appreciate the
Take
time.
care.